Oh, it's official, boys. The news on what's going on with Terry McLaurin just dropped. As we jump into it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe up. I have like no subscribers. Help a brother out. If the content helps you literally at all, getting this breaking news and any of the other stuff we do talking about fantasy football. So Terry McLaurin agrees to a 3-year, $96 million contract. So up to $96 million, which we will talk about just ever so slightly here. But this is according to Tom Pelissero. $30 million signing bonus, a significant raise for McLaurin, who with upside can earn over $96 million. So $96 million, that's like with incentives and things like that, but still, if he continues being good and everything, he'll probably go ahead and hit that stuff. So he's back in the fold, getting back on the team, and he should be out there playing at the beginning of week 1. The thing you got to watch out for is a lot of times when these people hold out, he didn't really hold out, he held in, aka he showed up to practice, but kind of refused to do anything. He was holding out or refusing to come to the OTAs and things like that, wanting to get this new contract. He requested a trade, but now they got the deal done. So he just had signed a $96 million contract in 2022, but according to the people in the article here, it's hard for me to say you outperform $70 million a year or for a contract over 3 years. It is a lot of money, hard for me to even wrap my brain around, but more power to him. I am mad at him to get as much money as he can. Players got to play the game. So he's outperformed that deal according to what most people and what the market says for good receivers. So good for him going ahead and getting that deal. So what does this mean for the whole team? Jaden Daniels are talking about right here. I think it's great for Jaden Daniels, giving him another really good target. They don't have some no-name guy that they're going to have to put in there on the opposite side of Deebo Samuel. And while we're talking about Deebo Samuel, I think it's probably good for him as well, having another guy to kind of like draw the attention away, another good receiver, so they can't just like zero in on Deebo Samuel, who he's not super old, but he had a lot of his production was off of his athleticism, and he's getting a little older, maybe slipping a little bit. There is a whole meme of the fat Deebo meme and stuff like that. So I don't think this is bad. Like they're going to be splitting targets even more instead of Deebo getting hyper targeted. I think if nothing else for him and even for Zach Ertz, it's probably a good thing. If you have more good players, you're more likely to get more first downs, which means you're likely to sustain drives, which means if the drive ends, you definitely can't get another target. But if McLaurin gets a catch, continues to drive that maybe some other guy wouldn't have been able to do, maybe that leads to Deebo getting another catch or getting an end around or a little, dump pass to Zach Ertz and falls in for a touchdown or something. So I actually think this is good for the team all around. The one thing that, I want to mention again, people who hold out or hold in, a lot of times they don't really get into playing shape. So the unfortunate thing is you might want to, for McLaurin, I wouldn't say stay clear of him, but it's going to be, I just see it so many times where people end up like pulling a hamstring because they aren't, in game shape. They end up, pulling a calf strain or whatever, oblique injury, because they're just not ready for playing football. They're not ready to get hit by giant dudes. They didn't strengthen up their bodies and stuff. So McLaurin, this is just down here talking a little bit more about how he requested a trade and how things worked, here and there or whatever. So not the hugest thing reading any further down here, but the main thing is the huge news. Terry McLaurin got his 3-year, $96 million extension. Don't forget, like button and subscribe up if this breaking news help you out. And hopefully y'all take some of the knowledge you catch from this channel right here and win your fantasy football leagues.